All right. We are fresh off of my vacation. And this is the last day of my vacation. Tomorrow I go back to the real world. But before I go back to the real world, I want to tell a couple stories. I have one story for you. The time that my mom kicked me out of the kitchen. I was homeschooled. So being homeschooled, everything that happened, my mom was awesome at making everything a lesson. Like teaching us how to do stuff, teaching us how to survive. And one of the things my mom was teaching me was how to cook. Because she said, you know what, when you grow up, I want you to be able to go out into the world and not need a woman to cook for you. You should be able to cook for yourself. And you should be able to cook good for yourself. So, okay, no problem. So I would love to hang out in the kitchen with my mom and we would cook. She would cook, I would learn from her. And I remember this one instance. This was the instance where my mom kicked me out of the kitchen. I was like 10. And because I'm telling this story, you should understand there's a little bit of trauma there. Just a little. But that's what great comedy is born from. Just a little bit of trauma. Just a little bit. Anyhow, my mom kicked me out of the kitchen and off from under her tutelage at the tender age of 10. And it was because I gave away her recipe. Her secret recipe. And anyhow, her secret recipe for deviled eggs. Or stuffed eggs. Anyhow, I gave away her recipe, her secret ingredient for her deviled eggs. I gave it away. And that's what kicked me out of the kitchen. But here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing. Because we were homeschooled, it's not like I got out a whole lot. So the question that you would ask would then be, well, who did you tell? The secret recipe for the stuffed eggs that your mama made, who would you have told? You were 10. What access to what person, to what public did you have to then spoil this said secret of these coveted deviled eggs? Well, my friends, I will tell you who I told. You want to know who I told? Here, come here. I'll tell you. I told Dad. That's right. I told my dad, her husband, her secret ingredient to her coveted deviled eggs. And you know what? Just because, I'll even tell you what the special ingredient was. The special ingredient was ranch, people. The special ingredient was ranch. That's what she put in her deviled eggs. It was mustard, mayo, some green stuff, which was just parsley, so a little bit of salt, pepper, and ranch. That's it. That was the recipe, and I'm probably going to catch hell because I just told everybody. I told the entire YouTube world, my entire platform of 17 subscribers, 12 of which I don't even think I'm alive. I told the entire world her recipe. But that's what she kicked me out for, because I got kicked out of the kitchen because I told Dad that Mom put ranch in the deviled eggs. And now I've told the rest of y'all, so I'm sure that if my mom ever sees this, I am sure that I'll get a phone call. Yep. Not sorry.